Okay folks, so what we're going to be doing here is just flattening down some of these scratches, starting off with 2000 grit, and that's wet paper. So just taking the edges off those scratches, just something which compounding alone wouldn't be able to take out. And importantly, don't forget to regularly check your work. We can see there that initial inspection, that most of those scratches had come out, just a couple of little bits right at the bottom, just where the lip is there, and we're taking out this larger scratch now. Yep, that's nearly out of there. So it's important to just keep checking the work. Obviously you want to take as much of the scratch out as you can, but safely, not burning through the paint. And whilst we're taking the scratches out, we're just getting out as many as we possibly can from this one side, so as we can work on all the scratches all together and compounding those flatted marks out all at the same time. And we can see that one's out there, and we've just got a couple of still photos here just showing to the extent once you start you end up with 10-15 of those. And it's important folks that we keep the area clean. So just a spruce down there with IPA, get that wiped down, have a nice clear surface. So we'll start with the Diamond Cut 3000 from Cartec, which is the heavy cutting compound. There's plenty of scratches in that door, some airline scratches which should be compounded out alone. It's just the heavier scratches that needed to be flatted as normal, with getting some compound worked into the pad, just priming the pad there and putting 2 or 3 dots on there. So we'll work out those flatted marks with the compound. So we'll start off at number 1, the speed on the machine, just to get the polish or the compound worked into the paint, and then we'll switch up to number 5 and do the normal kind of cross hatch pattern. So we've finished compounding there, and then we're just wiping that compound off. And as you can see straight away, all those flatting marks have gone. I don't know if you noticed towards the left-hand side of the screen previously, but there was a slight scratch there, and that's come out. So this is now further back on the door. Same process. We'll get those flatting marks out, and we'll just work through those in exactly the same fashion as the front part of the door. Again, as we wipe or buff off the back of the door there, we can see that all the compound has now gone, leaving a nice shine to the paint. Obviously, there's still some hologramming in there because it is a heavy cutting compound, but then we'll move on to the Cartec 9000 finishing polish, as we'll see in the next clip. So as I say, we move on to the Cartec 9000, the finishing cut or the final cut on a Cartec pad, just so as they kind of complement each other. And we'll work through the front door and the back quarter in exactly the same way, and we'll get those buffed off as well, and then you'll see the finished item or the finished outcome there. So we've finished off there with the final cut. So that's the finish to the compound and the polish. We're just wiping that off there. We'll just get into all the nooks and crannies as well in a moment, but as you can see, that is starting to look really, really nice and shiny. Okay, so prior to some polish on the top, we'll just give the panels a quick IPA wipe down just to get rid of any compound and polish residue. The compound and polish that I use don't contain any fillers at all, so there's nothing masking anything underneath there, so basically the shine you see is exactly what's there. And there's a quick still of what the car looks like. And just before the car is actually ceramic coated properly, just want to give it a little bit of a top coat on there, just to protect it from the elements before the car is finished and ceramic coated, which that'll be subject to a further video. Okay, so that's the car finished and polished, and we've got a couple of photos now just to show you exactly what the car looks like, and we've got a video of the complete side of the car, which is, I think you'll appreciate it. It's in complete contrast to what it was when we first started. And thanks for watching the video.